Hello everybody, Victoria Lampini here, and today I am going to show you guys how to make a fire or make particles for a certain shape. I've been working on making fire breath for my dragon characters, so I found out on a way to modify this one thing to make it into a... Sorry, never mind, listen. First off, what you want to do is that you want to go into this point of view, these 4 squares here. Now the way I do this, that what I would do is I would start with the top and then work its way to the bottom to craft it, because that's the way the coding worked, the way I did it. So if you want to make like fire breath for a dragon, you can have the shape kind of like this. And then have a thin end for the fire. Okay, once you have this shape, this line made from the curves, now it's really important that you use curves and not polygons, because from what I've seen so far in my experience, polygons won't work. So what you do is you make that shape, you start from the top of the shape and then the bottom of the shape, and then you go to surfaces and then you hit revolve. See that? Now we have a funnel meant for the shape that the liquid or fire or whatever it is will take. Okay, now here's something that I sometimes miss myself. In order to make this work, you have to go to surfaces with it selected and then go to rebuild and press this little square right here. Now, see how it's 9 and 8? Yeah, that's good. So now you hit apply, and this right here will be 1 and 1. Now the way that we rotate this thing so far, this is not really what we want. We want to rotate it from the bottom of where the particles will start. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to double click on this circle thing right here, and then we're going to press edit pivot, and then we bring this up to the tip right here, and then we press edit pivot again, and that way we will be able to turn this thing around the way it's supposed to. Okay, now time to add the particles. Okay, first off, let's go to the FX feature. Go to particles, and then we're going to click create emitter. Let's go to this right here, so we'll be able to see everything. Now once you have the emitter, hit particle. No wait, which one is it first? You hit the revolve surface, control select the particle, and then click goal from M particles. Wait, that's right. Be sure to put it in the right order. There we go. Now you see this problem we're having right now? How it doesn't seem to be moving up or around this figure? Well, the reason why is that the frames aren't right. So what we do, we go to Windows, go to Settings and Preferences, to Preferences, then we go to Time Slider. No, wait, we go to Settings. We go to Settings, and then we go from 15 frames to Film 24 frames per second. This should fix it. Let's take it back down to there, and there we go. Now it seems to be going pretty wild, doesn't it? Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to fix it so that it'll go around, so it'll go up from the direction of this shape. Okay, so we'll go to the particle, then on end particle shape, we will go to goal weights and objects and put it down to 0. And you will see they will just seem to be sticking in the same place, which is a good sign actually. Okay, then we go to lifespan. Then we click random range, and then go from lifespan 1 to 5, and lifespan random to 1. Okay, brace yourself. Now it's coding time. Okay, so let's go to add dynamic attributes and also open up per particle array attributes. Then on the add dynamic attributes tab, we'll go to general, and then on here we'll go to particle, and then we'll select goal U and control select goal V and add it to here. And now you'll see goal V and goal U right here. So let's right click on goal V and say create expression. Now we will copy this, control C, and then paste it, control V, and then we say equals rand for random, parentheses 0, 1, close parentheses, and semicolon to close it off. Hope you can see it well. Okay, so let's create that. And now on goal U, we are going to create a ramp. And let's see how this turns out now. You see that? Now the particles are moving along the shape. That is a very good thing. Okay, next we go to fluids, and then we will create a 3D container. There we go. Okay, now we're going to modify the container. On fluid shape here, go to see these boundaries. On boundary Y, press negative Y side so that it'll be able to go further out instead of just the top of the box. Then we go to auto resize and click auto resize. That's also pretty important. Now we will take the particle, then the fluid. Then we'll go up to fluids here, go to add, edit contents, and then emit from object. Let's see if this will work. There we go. This fluid, it seems, is expanding from that shape. Now it's time to modify the liquid or a strange substance coming out of this shape. So if you want to turn it into fire, here's something we can do. Let's go to this contents method, and on temperature we're going to go for a dynamic grid, and for fuel we're going to go to a dynamic grid. Then we'll go to contents details, and then you can play around with these things however you like. We have the density, dissipation, diffusion, and velocity. Play with that a little bit. Temperature, fuel. Okay, now let's go for the shading. That's where you modify it by color. Now, as standard, if you bring this color down to black, That's strange. Usually the fire gets it. Let's see. Aha! There we go. It's a stereotypical fire beam of some sort. Now we can modify it a bit to make it dissipate more. Dissipate. See that? Seems to be going quite up for some reason. Perhaps we can move that on to the density? Perhaps. Maybe on the temperature, dissipation, diffusion. Bear in mind that the temperature scale will change the color of the color gradient of this current liquid. Still seems to be going up pretty high. That one seems a little bit better than before, doesn't it? Well, anyway, yeah, you could totally play with that kind of stuff, and if you want to not see the object, you can click on it here and press H to hide it. Same thing with the particles. See, now it looks like a fire, more realistic fire. We can lower down the transparency. Move this around a bit. Okay, let's see. Now remember, the temperature attribute will modify how the colors are shown. See? And this is dependent on the opacity. Alright, well, here you have it. Looks like a fire breath of some sort, doesn't it? Okay, let's see this in the render view. Yeah, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, good. I think that's enough for now. So, I hope you found this tutorial useful in making fire or all kinds of different things if you want it in a certain shape. So, thank you very much. Goodbye.